Y'all ain't hearing me. They cut my food stamps. I ain't paying for none of this shit. Babies at home that gotta eat. You think I'm just gonna leave my cart here? Hell no. I ain't paying nothing. I'm walking out with it. Try and stop me.
Hey fuckers, have y'all seen the video of the woman eating toast talking about how she doesn't give a shit if people are losing their SNAP benefits?
Messages for all the people that are complaining that they're not getting their food stamps for November. What did you do with October's food stamp money? What did you do? Did you stock up on pantry items and try to shop smartly? Or did you just go buy a bunch of processed garbage?
They ate those groceries. Just like you ate the food that you bought last month. You've used the toilet paper that you have in your bathroom, the toothpaste on your teeth, the gas in your car. What the fuck? On the USDA's website, the average SNAP benefit varies by household, but the average is $332 a month. We know grocery prices continue to rise. I just did a video explaining that this cart was $500 at Walmart in North Carolina. And $500 is a lot larger than $300. Think, Winnie the Pooh. People are already struggling with the limited benefits that they are receiving from the government. To have none is going to be devastating to so many families. And it doesn't just affect the people receiving SNAP benefits, it affects you too, you toast eating troll. They don't have money to go buy groceries. That means fewer shoppers in store, which means that those retailers have less purchasing power in negotiating prices with their suppliers. And with that comes higher prices for everyone. Also, is this you?
We all forget about that. The golden rule states to treat other people how you want to be treated. If you treat other people nice, they'll treat you nice.
What a wild concept!
This message is for all the people that are complaining that they're not getting their food stamps for November. What did you do with October's food stamp money?
They spent it.
What'd you do? Did you stock up on pantry items and try to shop smartly? Or did you just go buy a bunch of processed garbage? By the way, you can thank the Democrats for the government being shut down and your benefits not coming through for November. Looks like you're going to be going to the food pantry for your Thanksgiving meal. I know a lot of food pantries hand out turkeys for Thanksgiving. All the sides and trimmings too. Lots of food pantries. You better figure it out. I'm sick of hearing you complain, honestly. You ever have this as a meal? I'm eating peanut butter and butter on toast. It's absolutely delicious. You should try it. And not for nothing, I saw this woman that said she was getting $1,100 a month in food stamps. Do you know how long I could make $1,100 in food stamps last in this house? There's two of us, but I do have my son over every once in a while, or my daughters over once in a while to eat. I feed them too, and we always got food in our house, no matter what. I would take a third job. I have two jobs. I would take a third job if I had to, just to make sure my kids ate. What are you doing for your kids besides coming on the internet and bitching that you don't have any money in your food stamps account?
She dropped a couple of points, but I think what got people upset is the fact that imagine she's making a video, she's talking about that, and she's eating. I mean, what comes to your mind? Like, how do you take that? She's talking about passing certain, she's stressing certain points, and yet she's still eating. She's chewing and eating, and she's talking about what she's eating. Like, I feel you.
We are now 3 fucking weeks into this government shutdown, and although I am proud of the Democrats for holding the line, although Schumer, because I do think the Republicans thought they were going to like totally cave within 3 days, and they haven't, and I am proud of them for that. We are about to face like a real situation come November 1st. That's going to be really, really bad for a lot of people. SNAP benefits are not going to be able to go out. That is food stamps. Okay, that is what a lot of Americans, over 10% of Americans, rely on to feed themselves and their families. They're estimating 42 million people will be affected by this come November 1st, will not be given the money in their bank accounts to feed themselves and their families if this government shutdown continues. And the problem is We have already seen it time and time again, where the Republicans are putting out this narrative. They're putting it out in the airports. I saw it for myself when I was flying over the weekend. That Kristi Noem video where she's like blaming the Democrats literally in the airport. They're going to do that times 100 come November 1st, if this government shutdown is still going on, because they are going to want to make it seem like people aren't able to eat because of the Democrats. People aren't able to feed their families because of the Democrats. When in reality, the Democrats are holding the line because they think Americans deserve healthcare. They think every American deserves healthcare. They think people like me who pay for their own private healthcare, like $1,500 a month, shouldn't have their insurance premiums like literally double next year because like we can't afford that. That's what they want. They want healthcare. Okay, they want the Obamacare to not go away. They want the ACA credits to not go away. That's all they're asking for.
So this video had a lot of comments. So that's Megan Farina, and if you are not familiar with her, she's a lady that was mocking Charlie when he passed on. So some of the comments, as you can see, Mom, we aren't going to forget. Thoughts and prayers.
This message is for all the people that are complaining that they're not getting their food stamps for November. What did you do with October's food stamp money? What'd you do? Looks like you're going to be going to the food pantry for your Thanksgiving meal. I know a lot of food pantries hand out turkeys for Thanksgiving. All the sides and trimmings too. Lots of food pantries. You better figure it out. I'm sick of hearing you complain, honestly.
That's evil. Like, I know if you've seen my face on this app before, you follow me, you're expecting thoughtful, nuanced commentary, and I'll get there. But my first gut reaction to that video is, it's evil. Full stop. It will not surprise you to learn that that person makes content about being a Christian. Yes, she does. We are very well used to the intersection of conservatism and Christianity in this country producing results like that. I haven't read the Bible in a long time, but I don't recall there being any passages that were like, fuck poor hungry people. You should have planned better. Go fuck yourselves. Like, I don't remember that. Even if you're not a Christian and you're just a quasi-observant human being, and understand that we live in one of the wealthiest countries in the history of the human race, and nobody has to be hungry on this whole planet, in fact. Oh my God, you guys, it's Jesus coming out from behind the clouds to tell me that, yes, I am correct. You should be feeding the poor and loving your fucking neighbor. Let me say that again. There is no need for any human being on this whole planet to go hungry. We have enough resources to feed everyone on the planet. The only reason that human beings starve on this planet is because we humans have created systems that keep resources away from people who need them in order to make profit. The fact that we even have social safety net programs with stigmas attached to them means we have failed as human beings.
Did you stock up on pantry items and try to shop smartly? Or did you just go buy a bunch of processed garbage?
That's just Puritan morality and white supremacy doing a handshake. That's all that is. It's a moral judgment for needing to use food assistance in the first place, and then a further moral judgment about preservative-laden junk food, which is a moral failing somehow. Why? Because of diet culture / health and fitness culture, which all has its roots in white supremacy. Starving people should be miserable, but generally speaking, only rich white people should get to starve themselves intentionally. If you're starving by accident, then it's because you're a poor piece of shit.
By the way, you can thank the Democrats for the government being shut down and your benefits not coming through for November.
There's like a $6 billion contingency fund that program has, so that in case of a government shutdown, nobody loses their food assistance. This is, by the way, how people continue to receive their food assistance during the 2018 and 2019 government shutdowns in Trump's first presidency. Much like the GOP's continued insistence that somehow, despite controlling all of the government, all three branches of the government, it's the Democrats' fault that this shutdown is happening, they're holding people's food hostage for political purposes. This is a policy decision. Telling all the states we're not going to disperse funds for SNAP in November is a policy decision. They have the money to do it. They're not doing it so that they can say Democrats are starving people. They're holding literal children and elderly people in some of the most marginalized people in our whole country who need the most help. They're holding those people hostage and starving them for political talking
But
points.
why is it that always is when Trump is president that there is always these fights that there is the government shutdown? Why is it that? Are you saying it's the problem? I don't see it because you find that there are no people that fight the Democrats. There were no people that were fighting or couldn't agree with Biden to have the government shut down. Same with Barack. So why is it that on Trump, for most part, there's always this fighting, even if he's doing the right thing that other Democrats have done, other presidents before him have done, but him is always gonna have an appeal that he has to fight. And she talked about the Bible and Jesus. The Bible actually says that that person that doesn't want to work shouldn't even eat. It says that in Proverbs. So Proverbs, you can check out Proverbs. The Bible says that the person who doesn't want to work shouldn't even what? Eat. It talks about lazy people also. Lazy people, people who are lazy, they lay around, they don't do nothing for themselves. What does it say about them? They'll be poor and they will have no food to eat. A person that hides his talent, so that parable of the three servants, one was given 5, the other one 3, the other one 1, the other 2 decided to multiply. And then when the master came back, he said, like, okay, show me the talents I gave you. The one who had 5, you doubled it. The other one 3, doubled it. The one who sat on it, say, no, I hid it because I was scared. I didn't want to lose it. Guess what happened to him? It was taken to him. And it says that even the little you have will be taken away from you to give to the people that have more. So she's talked about people creating systems and making profits. All these systems have always been there since the beginning. Unless maybe you want to go back to the Garden of Eden. Guys, thanks for watching and subscribe.